Okay, I'm Grace. I'll be the therapist.
I'm Lindsay. I'll be the client.
Okay. Hi Lindsay, what brings you in today?
Well, I've been kind of anxious lately about one of my friends is going through a hard time with her living situation. She's wanting me to live with her in another state, but I can't right now. I'm almost graduated from college, so.
That might seem hard, her wanting you to move to another state and live with her, especially when you're still graduating college right now. Tell me more about the situation.
So, she is trying to find a roommate. She's 2 years out of college, and she's like working, and she has no more student debt, so she's ready to be independent. And I am struggling because I want to live with her again, but she's in another state, and I have all these like family commitments.
So yeah, that does sound difficult, especially because you might feel that she's a little bit ahead of you when it comes to just like she doesn't have any like student loans or anything. This is tough.
Yeah, I will have a lot of debt to pay back, and so I don't really want to be in that situation where I have to pay for rent and all that stuff, and I don't want to have a roommate right now that I have to look after, and I just want to live at home for a few months and get on my feet, start paying for my school, and then finding a job, getting settled at home, and do like a practice style living, and then go on my own, which I don't know if she understands that, because she's always been on her own.
Gotcha. Well, that's exciting that you want to start after college. You want to like kind of be on your own and like get a feel for like the real world, just you experiencing that yourself. That shows like a lot of responsibility, and I'm sure it can be a little scary but also exciting at times.
Yeah, it's scary and exciting because like I haven't been like independent from my parents, and I haven't like experienced like a job, like, and so living with my parents and getting like income flow, steady flow income is what I want. And but she's real, like, it's scary to think about in a few months getting an apartment and settled, but also I don't really want to aggravate her because I'm anxious about how she'll feel whenever I have an apartment in Indiana, and she's in another state wanting me to come.
Yeah, I think that's a valid feeling. It might be difficult, like, if she sees you, like, living here on your own when she also, like, asks you to go live with her. So I can see how there, like, might be a little bit of, like, miscommunication that she might feel, but also, like, you want to do what's best for you. And what's best for you is staying in Indiana and kind of living on your own for a little bit.
I'll live about 30 minutes away from my parents, and my parents are having like a hard time realizing that I'm going in a few months going to live by myself. And so I want to be there for my parents, but also be there for her. But I'm having that struggle of if I stay here, she'll get mad at me. If I go, they'll be disappointed because they're already dealing with the loneliness of me moving out. And so
it sounds like you're in a tough spot.
Yeah.
And you want to please both sides. So that might lead to a little bit of stress on your end too.
It's leading to a lot of stress because I really want to. I feel like if I go either way, it will break someone's heart.
And that must be really hard to have that feeling constantly that you're like breaking someone's heart. But also, I think if your parents love you and your friend loves you, they'll understand whatever decision you make because it's going to be best for you either way.
It's also affecting my grades a little bit because I'm really just kind of trying to figure out after college life and in college life at the same time.
Yeah, you're juggling a lot.
Yeah. So whenever my grades slip a little bit, I have to focus on that.
Yeah.
And so it's just a huge weight on my shoulders because like it's hard to cope with the fact that I'm a senior. I have a life after school. I'm trying to find a job that's suitable for me as well, and so it's kind of everything's piling on top of each other, and it's causing like this mountain that I look up at, and you don't see the horizon.
Well, I'm sure even right now it may seem really stressful and overwhelming, and that like you're not able to like climb that mountain. But I think if you like prioritize what like you need to prioritize and like work on your schooling, because like that's where you're at right now, and then also like just have those conversations with your parents and also your friend, and just like have those talks to figure out like what you're gonna do and where you're gonna go, and it will all work out.
I think that I'm starting to have those conversations with my parents because I'm the oldest, and so it's extra struggling for them because I'm the first one to go, and I only have a brother left in the house, and so it's kind of really hard for them. But also I know that my best friend is struggling because she is trying to find a roommate because she can't afford a living situation, like an apartment on her own, and so
you might feel like all that pressure is on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
I just asked a question. Okay.
It's really hard to feel out the situation because like the pressure of making those choices might affect everyone. It's going to affect everyone in the situation, and it's all on my plate to decide.
But also I think they'll understand that like whatever decision you make is gonna like be the best for you, because at the end of the day, like if they do love you, they'll respect whatever decision you make.
yeah, I think
Oh my lord, that is difficult.